Hey friends, so finally MHCT examination is over with lots of glitches and with lots of challenges. Now what is next in front of us? Now one more big examination, that is CMAT, is expected to be conducted in the month of April, and those students who have taken MHCT examination in the month of March can now shift their energy, can now direct their energy towards the preparation of CMAT examination, right? Now, CMAT examination has a lot of things which are common with MHCT examination, and there are a few sections which are uncommon, for which now you'll have to start your preparation for. Now, let's first of all in this session have a look at the pattern of this examination, and after that, I'll also be telling you some of the important areas as far as the CMAT examination is concerned on which you can focus for this exam, right? So, first of all, talking about the pattern of CMAT. Total 100 questions are divided in 5 sections having 20 questions each. Now, these 5 sections are quantitative techniques and data interpretation. So, out of these 20 questions in this section, you may expect 4 or 5 questions coming from data interpretation and the rest of the questions from quantitative aptitude. Next section will be logical reasoning, and in this, you may find a mix of questions of logical reasoning and verbal based reasoning as well. The next section is language comprehension, which is composed of reading comprehension, questions on grammars, vocabulary, and so on and so forth. Now, the two sections which are different, if I'll compare this examination with the MHCT examination. So the first section is general awareness. So yes, GK is asked in this paper. So you will now have to start preparing for general awareness. The next section, which is uncommon, which we have not seen in any other examination, is innovation and entrepreneurship. Again, all these sections will have 20 questions. All these sections will have equal weightage, so you cannot neglect any of these sections even if you want to. Okay, so general awareness and innovation and entrepreneurship, these are the two areas for which now you will have to start your preparation for. Don't worry, we at BYJU'S exam prep will be conducting enough sessions for both these sections. So we are already conducting sessions on general awareness and innovation and entrepreneurship, and through these sessions I can say that you will be able to at least score some marks in these two sections combined, right? Now, talking about the marking scheme, total 100 questions, every question has a weightage of 4 marks. So each correct answer will fetch you plus 4, but there is also a negative marking unlike MHCT examination. So in this, if you have any incorrect response, then it will attract a negative marking of 1. Any unanswered or unattempted question will not be given any marks, and there will not be any negative marking for that also. To answer any question, you need to you got to select only one option. So there will be only one option which will be correct, not more than one option will be correct. Okay. Now let's move towards and understand what are the important areas as far as these 5 sections are concerned. Okay, I'm sure that you will not be bothered about quant, data interpretation, logical reasoning, and the verbal section. So let us have a look at all of them one by one. So as far as quantitative aptitude is concerned, definitely you know that the 5 areas of quant as well as the data interpretation are important from these 20 questions point of view. Now, CMAT examination, in MHCT, we have seen most of the questions were from arithmetic, but CMAT is not biased for any of the areas. So in CMAT exam, we have seen the questions from permutation combination and probability as well. We have seen questions from algebra also, vis-a-vis questions from arithmetic. So yes, all these areas are important. Now, what you can do is you can brush up all these areas and remember all the important formulas related to all these areas, and that will be suitable for you. As far as data interpretation is concerned, you can brush up your calculation techniques, your approximation techniques, the percentage equivalence of fractions, because most of the questions that comes in data interpretation can be solved using the calculations of percentages as well as ratios. Okay, so this is about quantitative aptitude. Moving on to logical reasoning, these are all the areas, as you can see on your screen, from where the questions have been asked in the previous years. So starting from blood relations, direction senses, coding, decoding, number and letter series, Venn diagrams, ranking, arrangement, analogies, statement arguments, and so on and so forth. All these areas have been asked in the previous year papers of CMAT examination, right? Now you can see quant based reasoning as well as verbal based reasoning. So yes, you may find some of the questions which are based on statement arguments, analogies, and so on. All right. Now, moving further, talking about the language section. So, yes, out of these 20 questions, you may have reading comprehensions, sentence corrections, finding error in a sentence, questions which are based on vocabulary. Now, you will see fill in the blanks which are based on grammar as well as vocabulary. Idioms and phrases have been asked in the previous years. Foreign language words, you can brush up some of the commonly used foreign language words. And the last thing is parajumbles. So, in the last few years, as per the research I have done, we have seen questions from each of these areas in the language section, right? Now, the most important thing of this session, you all must note down all these areas for innovation and entrepreneurship. So, in the last few years, we have seen some questions coming from all these areas. There are some books available in the market as well on innovation and entrepreneurship. So, you can buy one book, not more than that. You can buy just one very thin book. Okay, ज़्यादा मोटी book मत purchase करना. Otherwise, you'll not be able to understand. You don't have to go into the depth of innovation and entrepreneurship. You just need to brush up the basic things that are related to it. So these are all the areas on which you can start reading. And what you can do is you can spend 15 to 20 minutes on each of these areas. So as you can see, there are somewhere around 15 or 16 areas that you can see. 15, 16 areas, you'll spend 15, 20 minutes on each of them. And I can say that somewhere around 4 to 5 hours in total, 4 to 5 hours of reading in total is more than enough to tackle innovation and entrepreneurship. Okay, so what you can do is starting now, you can start your reading and finish up with these topics in the next 5 to 6 days, spending half an hour on daily basis. Then once again, like 4 or 5 days before your actual examination, you can once again read up all those things so that the things that you have read earlier will be recalled in your mind. Fine. Now the last section is of general awareness, and general awareness सबको पता है. All of you know that from which areas the questions will be asked. But the irony is we don't know anything about these areas. We don't study these areas. We are very poor in general awareness. So I will recommend that starting today, what you can do is you can buy one yearbook. Okay, Manorma yearbook hai. There are lots of books of general awareness available in the market. Okay, don't go for those monthly editions, just go for an yearbook and spend 10 to 15 days in reading all these areas so that you have information, you have minimum amount of information for each of these areas, especially about all those things, about all those happenings which have occurred in the last few months. Okay, so 6 to 7 months. So I'll give you a time period. So you can start reading current affairs from the month of, I can say, June or July 2022 up till January, February 2023. That will be more than enough for like to tackle with the current affairs in general awareness. Then apart from that, apart from current affairs, you need to look at some of the static GK as well. Okay, so these are the areas which will help you in reading some of the stuff about static GK as well to prepare for general awareness. All right. So friends, this is all about a little discussion so that you will know what all things you need to prepare for CMAT examination. Now, I'll be conducting, and we as a team will be conducting plenty of sessions on CMAT examination. We have already started doing that. So you can stay tuned to our YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep, and you can watch all the sessions that we'll be conducting for you in the future. Lately, like in the last 1.5 month, yes, in the last 1.5 month, we have conducted plenty of sessions on CMAT. So you can log into, you can go to the YouTube channel of BYJU'S Exam Prep and watch all these sessions and subscribe our channel so that you can also attend all the upcoming sessions that we'll be conducting before CMAT examination. So friends, all the very best for the preparation of CMAT. Also, all the very best for the results of MHCT. Have a nice day. Bye-bye.